Hello, this is Laura. I'm coming to you from Eat to Your Health with Carnivore. So if you like this video, please share it, like it, and subscribe. Share it out with anybody that you know that maybe potentially has this condition. It's called SIBO. So I ran into somebody yesterday who has SIBO, and I just wanted to kind of throw that out there. I know a lot of people have it. A lot of people don't even know they have it. So a lot of the symptoms that go along with that are excessive bloating, fullness, pressure in your abdomen, especially lower abdomen, after you eat something. Lots of diarrhea goes along with that. SIBO has lots of causes. It could be over, the antibiotics, messing with the biome of the stomach, which is the good and bad bacteria. It's kind of a balance. Bacteria to that high level should be in the large intestine. You should have some in the stomach, but you should not have any in the small intestine. So the best way for diagnosis, there's two ways. One is they do a breath test and they check for hydrogen or methane. They use sugar. They give you sugar to stimulate producing gas in the stomach. So that they can test it, which should give you an idea that sugar is probably one of the main culprits of this issue. So I don't know if you know anything about the digestive tract. You have an ileocecal valve, and that is between the cecum and the terminal ileum of your intestines. So really, bacteria, that valve is there to prevent bacteria from coming into it, and also for any stool. It shouldn't be going that direction. It should be going the other direction. So that is what that is for. Another test you can do is have an upper GI where they go down and they'll get some of that fluid from your ileum. They'll culture that out. They'll see what bacteria, and like if it's too much bacteria in that area, and that's the other way you can do it. I would say if you have those symptoms up above I mentioned, you probably do, or have some version of it. And hopefully you can catch it before it gets really out of hand, because you can, within 2 weeks, pretty much have this taken care of. Of course, 30, 60, 90 days is going to be an absolute for sure. You'll get rid of it. But most people don't like to stick with something this strict for 2 weeks. But the main thing is, if you wanted to try this, you could go 2 weeks strict carnivore, which means you could eat seafood, meat, eggs. You could do some bacon. It's pretty processed unless you make your own, and eggs. You could do, meat, butter, bacon, eggs, basically. Eliminating all starches, all sugars, all vegetable carbs, because sugars, starch, and even the non-soluble fiber from vegetables can feed this bacteria. So that's one thing you can do. So the main thing is try to stick to 1 to 2 ingredient food that comes from an animal. And that's why, bacon, you might be fine, but a lot of the bacon out there has a lot of junk added to it. So that is something I would try, to get past that. You can always do, I'll show you what I did back in the day when I had it, and I still have it. But when I had SIBO, and I know it's backwards, it's the apple cider vinegar, and you want to make sure it says with the mother, and it's got some little floaties in it. But you want to do some of that. Now you want to be careful of your teeth. So I do mine straight. I do a little shot glass down the hatch. I miss my teeth. Rinse my mouth out with water after that. You can add it to 4 ounces of water if you want. But either way, you need to try to get some good bacteria in there. If you like sauerkraut, that's another good way. A lot of this, like I said, comes from taking too many antibiotics. A lot of our food is injected with antibiotics and hormones that mimic antibiotics. So we get it a lot. So hopefully that helps. Like I said, if you know anybody that has these issues, please send this out to them. Share with them. And if anybody has questions, if there's something else that you want me to go over, just let me know. Leave it in the comments and I will try to go over that. Like I said, I've got some cooking that I'm going to do Friday, Saturday, somewhere in there this weekend. I'm going to do a couple carnivore recipes. So like I say, meat, heat, eat, and repeat.